Welcome to the overview video of the RG36S. This is probably not a remarkable system at all. It is just remarkable because it's so cheap and commoditized. Cheap, not as cheap construction wise, although there are some things that are corners that are cut, but cheap as far as cost. This literally cost me $29 and change on AliExpress, and it does almost everything I needed to do. There are some corners that are cut because again, you need a dongle like this in order to support Wi-Fi. So this is a USB-C to USB-A converter, and then you just get a little cheap little, and this is a spare little $10 802.11 AC Wi-Fi adapter that I had. You plug it in here, and you plug it right into the OTG port, which is on-the-go port for accessories. This is for charging. This is for OTG, keyboards, etc., so forth. And you plug it in there, and you're on the internet. So it doesn't come with that. Doesn't come with Bluetooth. I haven't tried putting a Bluetooth dongle on here. I mean, you know what? That's a good idea. I should really try that. But other than that, it works pretty good. It has some issues playing PSP games. Some PSP games are really, really good. GameCube games, it has issues trying and playing that. Yeah, and some Nintendo 64. Most Nintendo 64 games are good, but you really have to play with the cores, the RetroArch cores, in order to get it right and get just the right cores in order to get it to work. But once you get it dialed in, those higher level emulators, they work. They work. Any games that are 16-bit, 8-bit, they just work flawless. You know, Genesis, Sega CD games, for example. Let's put in a Sega CD game, and this is the front end that actually comes with it. It's running Arc OS. Looking at the specs here, it's 1 gig of RAM. It is a RK3326 quad-core ARM Cortex A35 CPU, 64-bit. What is it running at? 1.5 gigahertz. How many? 8 cores? I guess they're all the same cores. So, not bad. I mean, processing-wise. So what do I want to do here? Go to Sega CD. Let's go down to... Let's get Sonic CD running. And I tweaked the theme so that it looks good. Oh, I turn it up a little. There you go. The BIOS. And then hit start. Runs great. So in order to exit out, you hit these two buttons at the same time, and basically that's it. So what is incredible is that it's $30. Now you have 2 SD card slots here. This is for the operating system, and this is the one that came with it, although I suggest you swap this out because I don't know how long it's going to last, although it's been a couple months now and it works fine. And then this is a 128 gig card. Actually, no, I'm sorry, 256 gig card that I have in here that I swapped in and basically put all the ROMs on here. It runs Emulation Station. It runs Linux. On Emulation Station on top of it, and my big peeve is about the scraper, how good a scraper is. The Emulation Station scraper set to the screensaver.fr, so it runs great, and it scrapes all of the information. You know, for example, you let it pause here, you give it a second, Oh, maybe that one doesn't have a video. Let's see. Whoops. That one has a video. There you go. Samurai Showdown. Neo Geo. It runs really, really good. Let's see if I can find Neo Geo CD. There you go. I actually just loaded up this game just now, just to try and make sure Neo Geo CD works. While that's loading up, you get the standard D-pad, cross Super Famicom, Super Nintendo keys. I like it. It's got the Japanese colors. You have two, which is overkill, two analog sticks, although you're probably using this one the most for PlayStation. Select, start, and then this is like a function button, although you hit these two twice in order to exit in order to exit the emulator. It's interesting on the back is here are your triggers, your R1 and L1, and then L2 and R2. And what I love about this system is, and why don't more people do this, it has a removable battery door, as if you were going to put AA batteries in here or AAA batteries, and then you could pop this out and you could put a new battery pack in there with this little plug-in in there. Volume up, volume down. You have a power button, which amazingly, it basically will stay like this for hours. I think you have to set it to go into sleep mode in the system settings, basically. Here it is, emulation station 2.13. And here's your little reset button in case the whole thing locks up. Haven't had it lock up yet. Have it bogged down when I was running games. I was trying to run Sega Saturn games, which is way overkill for this thing, but it does bog down, and it does gives you issues. Although, like I said, PlayStation 1 games run like a champ. They really, really do. I didn't scrape this one yet. No, I didn't. I don't think I did. No, I did not. But I tell you, I was running games in here, and it was running like a champ. PlayStation Portable. Some games work good. Some games don't work. So, all right, that's my overview. Again, the value proposition for this thing is just fantastic. It's $30. You have to do a little tweaking. Oh, and one other issue. The operating system that comes on this is old. You're going to need to update it. I think it was, if I remember correctly, ArcOS 1. something. Right now it's running 2.0. I had to do that by basically in advance. And if I remember correctly, no, I'm not going to try to find it in there. It's in here where you can go in, and here it is, ArcOS 2.0. November and late November, and I updated it, and it made things so much better. And you need Wi-Fi in order to do it. I don't think you can do it through the SD card. Maybe you can, but it was easier just to plug this in and get it on the Wi-Fi network, and then do it over-the-air update. So once I did that, it was great. That's how you sleep it. That light always stays on when it's in sleep mode. I'll show you shut down a full restart and quit. Well, I'll just do a restart. And that's it. This is just an overview video. We'll have, as usual, deep dive video after this. Maybe a couple deep dives. Oh, sorry. Didn't restart the system. I restarted emulation station, which is pretty fast. There it is. So it's the standard. It's the one that comes with the system. No brand name. It's not like an Ambernick or Steam Deck or anything like that. It is just a it's just a black box that you get, and they come in different colors. This one happens to be a black transparent. I picked it, and I think you see the other videos. This is an RG505, which I use. This is my primary, which I love running. But this one's great. It's pocketable. It's almost disposable. I hate to say it. And you see how fast it started up. ArcOS 2.0 running Linux. This runs Android, and it's a dedicated system. Other than that, works really good. So thank you very much. Like and subscribe. So far, I've been posting video every day now because I'm kind of getting slightly addicted. I'm kind of new, running a YouTube channel, so I'm trying to get up to the point where I can monetize. But I'll be honest with you, this is getting quite fun. I really, really do like doing it. Let's run ColecoVision. I get it why the TikTok girls like to see likes, because it is fun seeing likes and comments from people, and I do like replying to people. Or I can't. I want to try to find when it brings up the ColecoVision, and I have it set so it shows you. There it is, the ColecoVision BIOS page. By the way, a little trivia: this is programmed in there. The ColecoVision cartridges were programmed to be on this page for, I think it's 10 seconds, in order so that people think it's actually doing something. You know, because you used to be able to load stuff back in the day off of tape, for example, or a floppy if you were really advanced back in the early 80s. And it took a while. So if something was too fast, I guess it wasn't a show of quality. And oh, by the way, you hit the trigger here and it brings up the little keypad. And great little system, great little handheld. If you're dipping your toe into handhelds and retro gaming and little handhelds like this, $30, and wait about 2 or 3 weeks, you'll get it in the mail. Learn how to tweak it on the back end. Learn the emulation station. Watch some videos. I should just do a video on just an emulation station, which is my favorite front end. Just get yourself an SD card. I guess you don't have to. I guess you could put everything on here, but I wouldn't. I would get a separate one. This is formatted again for Linux. I think they use EX2 as the. I ought to really pop this in the computer and take a look at it and see how it's formatted. It's using a Unix file system. I do believe it's not using exFAT. I'll check that though. Let me confirm. Anyway, the point is, you get the idea. It runs great. You can load up all these systems in there. Television, my favorite. Super Graphics, TurboGrafx CD, and these themes. I'll give you an example. I'm real big on how the look and feel of things. So if I wanted to change the theme, there you go. Same information, just a different way of doing it. Oh, and it runs DS games. Again, some better than others, but in general, it does run. Let's do one more change to show you what's in here. So, ArcOS Carbon. That's the one that normally it comes on the system. There you go. Pretty sexy. Let's go in here. I think can you change this? No, you can't. There's got to be a way to change it into a basic list, right? If you hit Y, it adds it to the favorites. Random menu options. Yeah, no. Anyway, get the point. Well, thank you very much. Again, like and subscribe. We'll do a deeper dive a little bit later on. We'll actually talk about actually plugging this in and getting that up and running. We'll actually talk about emulation station. That'll probably be a little side dive, because there's not really much to talk about this system, because it's pretty bare bones and pretty basic. The screen is nice. It's not a touch screen, so it's not like this where this is a touch screen. All right, thank you very much. I hope you guys have a good day. Hope you're warm. Be safe.